What's the deal, baby? You already know it is the big boss, all boss dog, K-Poke through the door, here to talk this boxing. Screw it, y'all. Canelo Alvarez holding up the division. Let's talk about it. I'm just talking about boys holding up the division today. You know, I talked about Errol Spence. They say he holding up the division. Triple G holding up 160 pounds because he don't want to unify with no other champions. Now we're talking about Canelo. Now, granted, Canelo is the undisputed champion, 168 pounds. We got to give him his credit. You know what I mean? He got the belts. He collected all of them. He's a champion. Excuse me. He's the king of that division, right? But when he became the king of that division, you know, he didn't drop them belts. So, due to the fact he never relinquished them belts, you still got to compete, right? You're basically saying, hey, I'm not letting them go. So if you're not letting them go, you got to fight these dudes. You got to fight these young lions. And he ain't doing it. He got the belts, but he going to fight trash fighters. You know what I mean? He going through Eddie Hearn roster or Matchroom and fighting all them boys and beating all of them. You know what I mean? I think after one of his fights, he's even told Eddie Hearn, like, hey, man, I done beat everybody on your roster. You got anybody else? Like, it's crazy, bro. It's ridiculous. Like, he's not even fighting killers no more. He just, you know, he's just fighting just to be fighting. And I feel like if you got that mentality, man, just go ahead and drop them belts and be an exhibition fighter like Floyd. You know what I mean? Canelo does sell, so he does have a fan base. You know what I mean? He can get some people to come watch him fight exhibitions. He can fight whoever he wants to. He can fight Julio Cesar Chavez. Julio Cesar Chavez is 60 years old. He can go fight him. Exhibition. You know what I mean? Since he like to fight fighters that are not on his level. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you wasting time. You gonna fight Dave Benavidez at Caleb Plant? You gonna fight Dave Morrell? You gonna fight Jamal Charlo? Like, what you doing? You wasting time. You done already ducked Jamal Charlo since 154 pounds, right? You done ran from him, right? You moved to 68. You use that 60, you move to 68, and you see, oh man, all these champions up here, but they trash. Oh, I'm finna get these belts. So you fight the Liams and the Caleb Smiths and the Callum and the Fallums and the Dallum Smiths and all the Smiths, all the Wilsons, all the Liams. You beat all of them, right? Get a belt. And then the last one is Caleb Plant, and you beat him, right? You get that belt, right? But you hang on to them belts. Why? Why do that if you don't have any plans of competing against the top best fighters in that class? I got a problem with that. Right? You say you're the face of boxing, Canelo. A lot of y'all say that. He's the face of boxing. Y'all say that he's a fighter that, you know, is the king that wears the crown. Well, if that's the case, you need to fight these young bulls coming up in the game. You need to fight Dave Benavidez. If he's successful against Caleb Plant, you need to fight him. You know what I mean? If Caleb Plant's successful against Dave Benavidez, you need to fight him. Which I believe that he will fight Caleb Plant again. I don't believe he will fight. Dave Benavidez, but I believe he will fight Caleb Plant again. Why? Because he's beaten Caleb Plant already. So his mentality is like, oh, I already beat him, so there's no need for me to, you know, I just fight him again and beat him again. I already got the blueprint on him. Dave Benavidez, that's a tall order. You know what I mean? Now, granted, I think he could beat Dave Benavidez. You know what I mean? But I think it's going to be a tough fight. You know what I mean? Because Dave Benavidez is a bigger guy, and he has a lot of volume. Canelo going to really have to rely. He's going to have to be on his bicycle against that boy. That's just what it is. He's going to have to be on his bicycle. Whereas he's going to be the hunter against Caleb Plant. You see what I'm saying? So he's going to have to find Caleb. But against David, he's going to have to move. Do his lateral movement, head movement. And that's the reason why he don't want to take that fight. Right? Now, this man It's great. Okay, I ain't taking that from him. I think Canelo's a great fighter. But let's be real. You know, he be playing them politic games. Right? He played them politic games. Y'all forget. Against Dan Jacobs, he had all these type of weight stipulations for Dan Jacobs when they fought. Why? Because Dan Jacobs is the bigger fighter. Right? So Dan Jacobs had to win at a certain weight, and there was a severe penalty. And then he couldn't rehydrate back up to a certain weight. Or that was going to be a severe penalty for that. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is when it comes to that type of situation. And I feel like if he fight David Benavidez, he's going to do the same thing. It's going to be a severe penalty. He's going to try to make it to where David Benavidez is feeling weak in there, and he's strong. You know what I mean? That's what it is. He's going to say, hey, David, you can't rehydrate back up to, past this weight. Because I'm pretty sure David Benavidez, when he rehydrates up, on fight night, he probably rehydrate up to almost 200 pounds. That's a big boy right there. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to be able to keep it a stack. He probably up like 190, 195, when he, on fight night. So I think that, Canelo, we have to call him out. And that's drop the belts, bro. That's how I want Canelo to do. Drop him. You know what I mean? Drop him. I don't want to see you in there with, Dave Benavidez, and I don't even care no more. You know what I mean? Because I already know they're not going to get a fair opportunity. Maybe Caleb Plant will. I say Caleb Plant will. You know what I mean? I can see him fighting Caleb Plant again. But I don't think Dave Benavidez will get a fair shake. I don't think David Morrell, he ain't even going to look at him. That boy a Cuban boxer. He already fought a Cuban boxer. And Erislandy Lara. Y'all remember, they fought at 154. And arguably, you could make the argument that he lost that fight. So he's not even going to look at David Morrell Jr. I'm telling you that right now. David Morrell is not going to be an option. And Canelo, I don't know if he cool with the cartel or what, but he got these sanctioning bodies wrapped around his finger. All of them. The WBC especially. WBC, man, they suspended him for cheating. He got mad at the WBC, talking about Canelo. Got mad at the WBC, right? The WBC bringing him flowers. Hey, we sorry, Canelo. Please, talk to us again. Canelo like, nah, F y'all. I don't care about y'all belt. I don't care about the belts. Canelo had all these dudes at his mercy. And he was the one that got caught cheating. I don't know who he know, but, if I'm the president of a sanction about it, I don't give a flip. Hey, Canelo, he could be mad at you want to. I'm like, it ain't got nothing to do with me. You got caught cheating. Matter of fact, I gave you 60 days. How about 180 days? Since you want to sit here and do all this moping and talking and stuff publicly. We can keep suspending you. I can keep extending it. You know what I'm saying? We can keep extending this penalty until you get with the program that I don't give a flip. You the one that got caught cheating. See, people don't want to talk about that. They overlook, Canelo was cheating. Canelo got caught with a banned substance in the system. They don't want to talk about that. They want to sweep that under the rug. But let Floyd Mayweather, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, any one of them get caught with a banned substance in their body. It's a wrap. Come on, man. Anybody black, the Charlos, anybody, let them all get caught with a banned substance in their body. It's over. They cooking them. And y'all know that. Come on, man. It's time for Canelo to move on. Drop them belts, bro. Let these young bulls get them belts. Let's go.